Anybody know?
Hey everybody, it's Edie and welcome to Mixed Mediology Vlogishness. That's right, today's video is a vlog. So grab your favorite cup of witch's brew and hang around for a spell. Today's video is week 3 of the YouTube Pagan Challenge. And I'm still getting over a respiratory infection or cold or whatever the hell this is. So please forgive me if I clear my throat or cough or hack up a lung at any point during this video. If you saw my last video, you know that I'm part of a Facebook group called YouTube Pagans, and there is a 52-week challenge where you answer a single question each week throughout the whole year about your practice and just different really cool stuff. So I was totally behind because of the YouTube channel switch, and I did answers 1 and 2 last week. So now I'm up to answers 3 and 4 because I'm still playing catch up. And then I will be back to 1 question a week. So question number 3 for the YouTube Pagan Challenge is, do you have an altar / sacred space? Yeah, I do. I have a couple actually. I have the new one here that I just set up beside my chair in the vlog space. It actually used to be on top of the armoire that sat here. I had my armoire in here with art supplies in the drawers and in the shelves, but the entire top of it was for my altar. And I still haven't fully arranged my altar yet, so at some point I will do a little video showing you my altar and what it is and kind of talk about what's on there. But I do have an altar that's here. This is actually my sacred space. Yes, I shoot my videos here, but this is also where I sit to write in my book Shadows. This is where I sit to do my year in the life journal. And you know, if I do a tarot reading, sometimes I'll sit here and like contemplate the cards and journal about them because I have a tarot journal. So this space right here is actually my sacred space. And I haven't had a sacred space in my studio before, but I'm really, really digging it. I really like it a lot. I've always had sacred space, just not in my studio. I also have, you can't see it, but directly above me there's a shelf that's like another little altar space that holds different, it has like all 4 elements and then a goddess figurine up at the top. And that was like the sacred space in my studio. That's kind of always been in my studio, was just a little shelf with a little altar type setup on it, but it was never a sacred space where I like spent time. This is kind of where I spend time now, which is really cool. The other altar that I have is a prosperity altar. It's downstairs in my dining room because it's a prominent place in my house. I see it constantly and it's a constant reminder of the energy of prosperity that I want to bring into my life. And I set that up last year. I did a 30-day letters to money thing. And you had to write a love letter to money every single day for 30 days. And in that, I kind of developed this idea for a prosperity altar. And it's on top of one of our cedar chests, and I have green fabric down. And you know what? Let me just show you a video real quick. This is my prosperity altar, and I know it's kind of dark in here. Sorry about that. But this is an altar all about prosperity and abundance and wealth and you know, money and all those good things. So on my altar I have 2 little prosperity tins, one that I received in a swap and one that I made with a spell in it, and a little box with some green stones. I have a chalice that has been overrun with coins, and I'll explain that in just a second. But I have a receipt here for prosperity in business, gift cards and money from different places. I've got euro in there, I've got American dollars in there, I've got Polish dollars in there, money from all over the world. I've got a big quartz crystal to amplify all of the energy. I've got a cornucopia with money, it's just a little decoration. I've got my, God, I can't remember her name. My money goddess. I cannot remember her name. So that statue, a green candle that I do light on a regular basis, and then a little genie lamp right here. Then all the little green bits and brown bits is just potpourri, just green potpourri, just for decoration, just something pretty. And then last but not least is a little well, again overrun with coins. So when I first started this, I only had enough coins to put a few in the bottom of the well and a few in the bottom of the chalice. And I wanted that whole cup runneth over feel to this altar. So every time we get change, I toss it into either the cup or the well, and it literally overruns with the coins. So, and there's a little chant that I say every time I add money to the altar, and yeah, I interact with this probably a few times a week. So there you go. So yeah, that's my second altar. The other altar that I haven't set up yet, it's in the works, is going to be in my kitchen. There's going to be a little small, like, kitchen witchy kind of altar. I haven't set that up yet, and there are a few reasons that I'll get into later on. But yeah, I plan to have a kitchen witch altar set up in my kitchen sometime in the near future. Not right now. I got too many other things going on. So yeah, I do have, I have a few, I have the 3 altars. So I have the shelf, I have this altar here, and then the prosperity altar. But this little section here is my sacred space. Since I am still doing catch-up, question number 4. What does this time of year mean to you? It's the first week of February, and we just celebrated Imbolc yesterday. And for a while, oh wait, I just read the questions out of order, damn it! I'll get back to that one in a few minutes, never mind. Question number 4, like for real question number 4, is your take on the Wheel of the Year. See, I read it and I was answering that one, but I read out loud the other one. Okay, so my take on the Wheel of the Year. So that's what I was saying, is for a long time when I first started studying paganism and learning about the different Sabbats and Esbats and the Wheel of the Year and all those different things, not all of it made a whole lot of sense to me, because I'm like, that's not the first day of spring, and why are we celebrating spring in February, because that's the coldest month? But like, it did not click. But since then, I have come to understand it a little bit more, and I realized that, like, we just celebrated Imbolc yesterday, and yes, it celebrates the coming of spring, but we're not celebrating spring. This is the midpoint between winter and spring. So it's just like that reminder that the spring is coming. So this is the time where, you know, if you're going to plant a garden, this is when you want to bless your seeds. This is when you want to start planting those seeds so that in the springtime, you can then go put them into your garden. You know, so like it's more of a transition and a preparation for the actual springtime. And the same with the fall. I was like, why are we celebrating the harvest 4 times? I don't get it. I did not get it. But now I understand the difference. I understand that, you know, it's the first harvest. Like, you're finally getting to reap the rewards of what you've sown all year. And then that final harvest where you're like, you're putting closure to certain things, and you're preparing for the winter, and you know, you're going into that darker time of the year. I understand all of that now, but in the beginning I did not get it at all, and I'm like, yeah, I don't get it. And I would celebrate the Sabbats and the Esbats, but I was like, I don't get it. But now I think I've just had to kind of take on my own understanding of the Wheel of the Year. And I understand also now, which I didn't get before, that this Wheel of the Year was based, you know, a long time ago when agricultural things were a huge influence, much bigger influence on the entire community than it is now. So, you know, I've learned to take all that into consideration, and I have developed my own understanding for each Sabbat and Esbat, and kind of my own celebration for each of those times of the year. So I do follow the Wheel of the Year, just probably not traditionally. Dude, I'm such a bad pagan to be doing these videos. Because I just make my own shit up. I don't follow any rules. My husband calls me the rule breaker because I break all the rules for everything. Oh my God. If you're just starting out, don't listen to me. Go do your real research first, because I'm probably not the person you want to be taking paganism advice from. Oh my God. Oh my God. So I gotta tell you a funny story. Okay, let me just finish this real quick. Yes, I do celebrate the Wheel of the Year, but I have my own interpretations for each time of the year. Okay, so let me tell you this funny story. So I've known someone since childhood. We were very good friends in childhood. Her sister was my very best friend growing up. And she and I were friends, but, you know, she was a little younger than us, and her parents were separated, and so she lived in a different house from her sister, who I was best friends with. So, but we were always, you know, we were good friends. And then, you know, we grow up, we go our separate ways, whatever. Facebook comes along, we reconnect. We're Facebook friends, but we still don't, like, talk a whole hell of a lot. But she has recently discovered herself on what seems to be a very pagan path. And so she messages me and says, you know, I'm learning, and I'm trying to figure things out, but it's really confusing. And basically she says that she would like a mentor or someone that she can ask questions to, and she wanted me to be the person that she could ask. And I'm like, sure, I don't know how much I can help, but whatever, ask away. I'll do my best, right? So we're talking, and she's asking me this list of questions, and I'm giving her my answer, my response. Now, keep in mind, I've been pagan for like 15 years, and I've developed my own practice, and I've developed my own flavor of paganism, and I don't follow all the rules. And so I'm answering these questions. I'm like, but you need to go read a book, because your opinion might differ from mine, and you might find a tradition that you follow that speaks to you, and it might be more in line with what you actually truly believe, and you need to make your own decision. Don't listen to me. I'll give you my opinion, but I'm probably a bad pagan to be asking these questions of, because I don't follow a tradition. And I just make up my own rules. Oh my God, I'm snorting so much today. Oh my God. I'm delirious. I'm fucking delirious. Oh my God. I've had this head cold and like upper respiratory thing, and I'm just now starting to feel back to normal, and I'm fucking delirious today. Anyway, so yeah, just funny story that she wanted me to be her mentor. I'm probably not the best mentor out there. But she did tell me that was good, because some of the things in the book she felt like she was doing wrong, because she didn't necessarily agree with it or believe whatever the, you know, like, specific energy goes with specific, but she may not necessarily believe that, and she thought, well shit, maybe I'm not pagan because I don't believe all this. I'm like, no dude, you're pagan. If you're not following this and you want to follow into this, then you're probably pagan, but you don't have to follow all the rules. So she was actually kind of relieved that I don't follow all the rules. So yeah, if you're a rule breaker and a rebel, maybe I'm your girl. But if you want to be traditional, we can hang out and all, but I'm probably not the one you want to take advice from. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm losing my voice. Sorry. I'm losing my voice, and I'm delirious. And I think that's it for today. I think I'm all caught up on the YouTube Pagan Challenge questions. I answered 1 and 2 on my previous video. I answered 3 and 4 here today. Now I'm all caught up, and I will answer question number 5. let's see, what is it? I might as well just do it now because we're on week 5 now. Fuck it, I'll just do it now. Okay. Question number 5 in the YouTube Pagan Challenge is, what does this time of year mean to you? Like I said, we just celebrated Imbolc, and for me, because like I said, I've had to develop my own practice and my own beliefs around things, and the traditional meaning of Imbolc doesn't necessarily perfectly jive for me. So, like I said, I've kind of tweaked things, and for me, this is the midpoint between the winter and spring seasons. So this would be the time that if we were planting a garden, we would bless our seeds. I love the fall and the winter time, but towards February or so, I kind of start getting a little where I need the warmth. You know, I get a little stir crazy, and I'm cold natured. I'm always fucking freezing, and so it's that time of year where I start needing the warmth. And so Imbolc is just that reminder that the spring is coming, and just that the winter's not going to last forever. Which, I mean, it's kind of the traditional meaning, but just with my own little tweaks to it. For Imbolc this time, I think this question is on there more than once, actually. For Imbolc, we usually do a feast. I do a cleansing of my home, and if you watch my first vlog from the new sacred space here, you can hear about the ritual that I did for Imbolc, where I actually went through and cleansed and smudged and did the protection thing for the whole house. So I normally do that twice. I do it on Imbolc, and then I do it again, at the spring equinox. But this is just kind of like preparing me for, it's like my preparation time for spring. So whatever I'm going to be doing in the spring, I start doing the prep work for it at Imbolc. Not that I garden. I have a black thumb, but my husband has a green thumb. So like now would be the time we start to maybe plant bulbs, or if we're going to start seeds, we start them inside, and I'll bless and consecrate the seeds, or put whatever I'm doing into the seeds, do that at Imbolc. Whether we're planting them now or not, that's when I'll do that. So that's what this time of year means to me. It's just kind of like preparation for the change in seasons, and just the reminder that when I'm really fucking cold, the spring is coming. And then I'm going to be bitching because it's so fucking hot. Because I do not like summer. I do not like summer at all. Fall is my favorite season. Spring is my second favorite season. Winter is my third favorite season. I don't like summer. End of story. Which, it sucks here in Sicily because we never get anything but summer and then a little bit of spring-ish type weather. That's it. So, that's what this time of year means to me. I am done rambling for today. I'm all caught up 100% on the YouTube Pagan Challenge. I answered 1 and 2 on the other video, 3, 4, and 5 today. So, from now forward, it will just be one question at a time, so these videos won't be quite so long. If you like what I do here and you don't mind all the rambliness, then don't forget to hit that little subscribe button. That way you don't miss anything that I do here. And then you can share it with your friends. That way they can hang out with us too. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, everywhere. You can find me in the Mixed Mediology group on Facebook. And the links to all of those places is in the description down below. So just click down there and then clicky to go find me on those places. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Mwah!